Hello my angry nerds, this is Fanboy and welcome to your daily dose of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. We have a very special game lined up for you and let's get into it quickly. Today's match is coming to you by Root WW3. I've never even heard of this. This is what Spine Pool told me that this game comes from. If you guys know what it is, please come down in the comment section and tell me. Let me introduce the players to you really quickly. In the top right hand corner of Dusk Towers, you have Huck. Yes, Huck. I personally have not seen a lot of stuff out of Huck, especially replays or tournaments. So I looked him up and said, I want to cast Huck. So here we are. And in the bottom left-hand corner, you have Destiny as our blue Zerg. So this map is Dusk Towers. It is a very familiar map to most people that play ladder. It has your very protected natural. It has your main, and then it has your third. Zergs, like Destiny, can very easily, very quickly get up 3 bases and not really even worry about any type of aggression or anything like that. He can't. The only thing Destiny has to look out for are cannon rushes or even pylon rushes. That is a thing in Legacy of the Void. So what this probe is trying to do is he is trying to just throw down a pylon, because that pylon, as soon as the mothership core is out, can be overcharged. He is trying to get this hatchery to be cancelled, and that's not going to happen, unfortunately. So it looks like Destiny is in a pretty good shape right now. He has 3 bases. One is already being saturated. The other one just got done. He's going to be building 3 queens. What is Huck up to? Huck has 2 bases. He's got his natural. That is not unusual. Does have 2 gates, and they're both being overcharged. So he wants to do something with these adepts very quickly, because overcharge doesn't work the way it did back in HOTS. Basically, if you're going to overcharge building, your economy is going to suffer, because it's a permanent thing. You have to transfer that overcharge to another building. So a lot of times what I see with amateurs is they'll, and I'm very, very much acceptable to this as well, and something I do quite often. Here comes a little bit of aggression from these adepts. They have to be very careful, because this queen can hurt them and can very easily kill them if lings do join in. So Huck does back off very wisely, sending the shadows out to where they can retreat pretty quickly. Destiny, on the other hand, does have lings. To my knowledge, does not just now started ling speed as I clicked on the spawning pool. And here comes a Roachborn. So Roach ling for right now, not a bad composition against Protoss or Terran or even Zerg at that fact. But what Huck wants to do right now is he wants to do some type of harassment. He wants to keep that Zerg in those 3 bases. He does not want Destiny to expand, and he wants to do some vital damage to their economy. And that is why they have this guy. This is a oh my goodness, I just lost the name of it. Holy crap, I just went completely and utterly blank. Normally I would start over at this point, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So it's a warp prism. There you go. For some odd strange reason, I was completely and utterly blanking on it. There's a bunch of adepts in the main for Destiny. He needs to take care of them to where he does not lose a lot of drones, and that's why these adepts are being specifically targeted onto drones, or at least they should be. So, and this I don't think is a great move, is he is warping in adepts right in front of a bunch of queens. So they do have their upgrade that allows them a little bit more armor, but that was, I think, somewhat of a foolish investment. He does still have one adept still alive. No, he doesn't. Those roaches and lanies took care of that. Now, what Destiny wants to do right now is basically just drone up. He doesn't really want to go on the offensive. He doesn't have a big enough army at the current moment. He only has 28 army supply, and he only has 55 workers. What he wants to do is, Huck is now on 3 bases, he wants to expand. So, while getting a bigger army, he wants to minimize loss of his workers. Right now, Huck is up 10 workers killed, and Destiny hasn't done any type of harassment to the Protoss. That could be good and or bad at pretty much anything. Here comes an hallucinated Phoenix that just died instantly. But 3rd base is on for Huck. What is Huck doing? He does have Blink on the way. Throwing down a Robo Bay for I wouldn't assume Colossus, maybe, but another Warp Prism is out with 4 adepts inside of it. Let's see what that does. Does have a forge, does have cannons. Cannons are still very useful in Legacy of the Void. Don't get me wrong, cannons are extremely good. 2 Stargates out of Huck. So he wants to go air against Destiny. Going against a top level Zerg in the mid to late game with air, with Protoss, it's viable. Normally the only thing you see is you don't like to do it, because if the Zerg already has a Spire, and you can see that he does have a Spire, I totally and utterly missed that, and I am so sorry about that, guys. He does have a Spire. He does have quite a few mutas out, so those mutas will pretty much shut down Huck's ability to have map control. These mutas right now have complete map control. Huck can't do a whole lot to them. So the 3rd base of Huck is pretty well protected with all those cannons. What these mutas can do is loop around to the natural that only has 1 cannon and 3 pylons. Or, that's not the natural, that's the main. Or the natural that has only 2 pylons and 1 cannon. Very, very doable, especially if they have upgrades, and they are getting upgrades. They're getting 1 attack at the moment. So infestors are out. He does have a infestation pit somewhere. I know that much. I ran across it. There it is. He does have an infestation pit, so he has. It looks like it's gonna be infestor wing roach. Muta? You normally get something that is a little bit more beefier than that. Ooh, Greater Spire is on the way. That's what I was thinking. He's going to get Corruptors, and then he's going to transition some of those Corruptors into Broodlords. Broodlords are very, 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 very... what's the word? They are... vital to taking out Protoss Air. They're very beefy. They're way more beefier than a Phoenix. The only thing the Phoenix can do outside of a Corruptor is they can move and shoot at the same time. Corruptors cannot do that. And here comes the large, extraordinarily large engagement. Huck is defending the ramp at the moment. Wants to pull back the disruptors to where they can get shots off, where they're not being shot, they're not being killed by infestors or wings. But the Phoenix play is pretty dang good. They are picking up all the infestors, or at least they're trying to, where they don't cause too much of a disturbance in the whole entire roundabout thing. There comes a couple wings. They're on a suicide mission. They're wanting to kill as many pros as humanly possible. Here comes a lot more wings. Those wings are down for the count because there are 3 pylons here, and the mothership core is here. So let's see. Worker supply is 77 to 65. Armies 55 to 65, and currently 15 workers have been killed for Destiny, only 3 for Huck. I want to call Huck Puck for some strange reason. Somewhat rhymes. But, I mean, Huck is producing carriers. I don't think they have any upgrades all that much. They probably have the upgrade that comes from the Fleet Beacon. That's not that surprising. But I do not see the Cyber Corps researching anything. So, and they don't have any armor or shield upgrades, so I'm assuming they're fully unupgraded. Let's click on the Phoenix. Phoenix don't have any upgrades at all. And that's one bad thing. There's the Corruptor ball, as I like to call it. There's a... Wow, that's a lot of infestors. But those... Ah, they're there. That's a lot of wings. Holy crap. That is a lot of wings. Wings are on 2-2. What I can see the problem with Huck right now is he has barely any upgrades. He has only 2 attack on his ground and none for his air. So I'm assuming that's going to be a pretty good sized problem when it comes down to it. Broodlords are here, wings are here, and infestors are here. Not the greatest I mean, you have adepts. Adepts have been nerfed, but they are still adepts will kill wings all damn day. There are Tempests here to pretty much deal with the infestors. They can lock on extremely long range and kill the living daylights out of that. That disruptor killed a lot of wings right before that happened. And it looks like mind control is happening on the Tempest right now. That's not good. That's not good at all. Ooh, that's a big fungal from one of these infestors. There are still 2 Broodlords alive, but for some odd strange reason, they're out of energy. All the infestors are pretty much out of energy, except for that one that just got picked up and killed. So, it's a full-out retreat, and these Phoenixes are going to go town on these unprotected Broodlords. Where the Corruptors have been whittled down to, like, literally nothing. I don't think this is a smart idea for Puck to push out and engage, especially on creeps. He has no detection whatsoever to clean up this creep. But most of the Corruptors are extremely low on energy. That is a lot of wings. Adepts are really good at killing wings, but there's only... If they're all surrounded like that, that's just not a good idea. And I know I am zoomed out because it's extremely hard to capture all this with just the little pan that you get on the normal camera. All of these Tempests are pretty much sacrificed for the greater good. But the carriers did leave a small surprise with suiciding a lot of their interceptors. They have to be taken care of. But let's see what Puck is dealing with. He is still only on 4 bases. His main is completely mined out. He has idle workers at his gas. So what he probably needs to do is expand. And currently he can't expand. 3 fences are just going to town at these workers. Crafter Cloud is here, so they want to back off and run away. Because that's one thing they can do, is speed on out of there. They have a much bigger speed advantage than a Corruptor does. So Destiny right now is on 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. This base is not completely saturated. He only has 5 on minerals, and gas-wise, he's fully mining there. Ultras are here. Ultras are still glitched, it looks like. Very, very glitched. Where is the Ultra Cavern? Upgrades are still happening. Where is that Ultra Cavern? Ah, there he is. Upgrades are happening for him. And they're at 3-3 right now. Not the greatest place to engage. What are Huck's upgrades? Huck's upgrades are... He only has 3 attack. He has no shields. So, I'm assuming this is going to be a bad juju. Destiny just has a huge upgrade advantage. And here comes one of the attacks. The Ultras look like they're kind of lost. They're getting pot shots. The Tempests are getting pot shots on these lovely little ginormous things. That here come the mind controls. Ooh, the disruptor kill on most of the investors, but there's still one being mind controlled somewhere. I don't know where exactly. Mind control does wear out, but the Nexus was not canceled, so that's 400 minerals completely and utterly down the drain. I don't see how Huck can win this right now. He's on 3 bases. Zerg is expanded to a 5th base. I mean, Destiny has more income than God right now. He can max out his army threefold. He does have Huck does have Blink, but Stalkers, and if these Stalkers and these Archons were fully upgraded, there goes a lot of probes. All those probes are dead. So if we look, it's 50, 60, 129 to 63. So Huck is kind of in the weeds right now. Workers killed 35 to 16. Wow, that's less than I expected. But here comes the one. Oh, never mind. Destiny doesn't want to engage right now for some odd strange reason. He's totally got the advantage. I mean, he just needs to kind of move in. The Corruptors do not need to overextend because that is a lot of ground army that can shoot upwards. But I mean, all he has to do is go in, and there he goes. He goes in, and the Infestors are doing their mind control. The Disruptors are probably not going to get able to be shot off. Huck is pretty much trapped in the corner, and that is GG from Huck. Mind-controlled Archon that has 11 kills. But I was so excited I threw something. It was actually stuck to my arm, but you know, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you did, please leave a comment, or not a comment. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you have any positive or negative comments, leave them down in my comment section. I don't know. I just feel like I'm off right now. So I'm going to say goodbye. And I will see you guys in the next video.